he will say all of this, right? Damn near imply this kid was murdered, and then because he's a fence sitter, he now has to attack people who have been right all along. So he then proceeds to attack Judge Mathis for saying or giving his theory on how Nolan Well died. So don't get tricked as if Tatum is not seeing the light. Tatum is only seeing dollars. And Tatum understands he can't go too far, you feel me? Like he can't go too far over here because that's gonna cost him, right, his subscribers, right? It's gonna cost him the white supremacist who follows him. So here is Tatum, after saying all of this now, after saying all of this, he can't leave out the critique of the black man. So now he has to still critique the black man to placate to his audience of white supremacists. So here is Tatum now.
It's unfortunate.
About to criticize Judge Mathis.
I've been knowing this, at least that part, for a while now, but I didn't want to put his name out there like that, given the fact that he just lost his life. But now
you knew this for a while now, as soon as he lost his life, or just about. But you didn't put this out there, and you didn't tell the family why. Wouldn't this be one of the most crucial pieces of information? That there was drugs involved and people who brought drugs to the islands needs to be arrested? Do you understand what this would have done for the investigation? If the police had this information from day one, the people on the island who had drugs would have been brought in, arrested, put under pressure, and they would have been able to squeal and give information. But Tatum, you kept this under wraps? What? You kept this under wraps and saved it for your YouTube channel. Instead of giving the information to Nolan parents and to the police, you are a sick individual, Tatum. You are disgusting.
To get more information, the investigation is going further along. I'm just putting it out there. And we shall see if what is being told is accurate. But I'll finish it with this. I'm leaning more towards believing that somebody directly saw Nolan and know how Nolan died. That's my take on it. I don't think he was just drowning out there messing around. I think that somebody know more than what they're saying. And I don't think it's a lot of people. I think it's a few people that were last on the island with Nolan that know what happened, that seen what happened, or may have knowledge of something that will lead police in the right direction to find out exactly what happened. And I am encouraging you. I know some of y'all names. If it's you, you need to do the right thing. You need to go to authorities. And if you're there and you had nothing to do with it, you definitely need to go to authorities and clear your name. I'll say this: some of these people may have already gone to authorities. I don't know. The authorities won't tell me who they interviewed. So we'll go to that next step when it comes. I want to address Judge Mathis real quick. I got about 9 minutes. Here is where I think people should shut up unless they have a working knowledge of verifiable truth. If you want to give a hypothesis, say this is a hypothesis. Before you start accusing people.
Yo, this idiot just sat here and gave us nothing but hypothesis, nothing but opinions, but yet you're shaming people for doing the same thing. But what's crazy is the people who are giving their opinions and their hypothesis, they're giving it from verifiable information. The audio is verifiable information. The audio is verifiable information, right? The GPS data is verifiable information. The first-hand account is verifiable information. Them having a phone is verifiable information. So the people are giving their opinions on verifiable information, and you are giving information on hearsay. But yet you're sitting on a high horse with your legs crossed like a diva, critiquing people who is given opinion from a more credible foundation, and they're pulling from a more credible foundation than you're pulling from. Bro, you have completely changed your opinion on this situation within a span of 7 days based on hearsay. You ain't get a screenshot from somebody who DM'd somebody. You got a screenshot from somebody who DM'd somebody who DM'd somebody. But that's more credible than the audio we heard from ourselves. Man, you got to cut it out.
Specifically, and throwing their names out there and trying to say Nolan Wells is associated with Emmett Till. You need to do a little more research before you say it, because if you listen to people like Judge Mathis, I can see why y'all think that these white boys did it, and that because he's operating with half or false statements. Roll the clip.
And then you've had different stories coming out from the teenagers. One of the young men himself spoke out about it, claiming they had begged Nolan to get on the boat, and that he wouldn't. Then there's the woman that he's supposed to have stayed back with. I think her name Katie or something. Well, he was supposed to have stayed back with Katie. That was their story.
Bruh. Again, the judge have said that somebody drowned Nolan because of the bruise in the back. And the bruise would come from somebody grabbing him and pushing him down. Now, that's one theory. Let's get to the Bart situation, okay, people? Let's get to Bart. Now, if you guys don't know what happened to Bart, we're going to break it down, all right? And if you're watching from the clip channel, this will be in the next video. So let's get to Bart, okay? So perfect. So Bart actually responded back. So let me update you guys on who Bart is by watching this video. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video together. Now, when this Nolan Wall situation happened, we heard about a lot of characters. There's a new character now called Bart that people is claiming is the new suspect, or one of the suspects. Now, the theory here is Bart and Kate has something going on. Nolan has been verifiable with Kate, right? He was with Kate, and that's verified. Him and Kate was having things going on the island. The new theory now is Bart got into an altercation with Nolan because Bart and Katie had something going on. So let's get into who Bart is, and then we will, break down and walk through the investigation, right?
My Glove, Fight Plus News, I'm Janaba. The case of Nolan Wells has now hit another level of discussion after leaked official audio of his friends, who some consider were not his friends, emergency call to a boat tow company will begin circulating online.
Right, because the audio now, okay, so, but even before this audio drop, if you listen to Officer Tatum and Warren's interview, we heard Bart's name during that interview. Bart was apparently on the boat. He was a driver of the boat or something like that. But we heard Bart's name during the Warren interview. That was the first place we heard Bart's name. Okay. Now, if you're a Bart, you gotta be pissed off at
please,
at Warren,
guys,
right?
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this live stream, send it to your friends and family. Tell them to tune into this Nolan Wells situation.
And we knew and Javon. Bart now is now who they're claiming, right? Did it. And we know Bart name from Warren. Now, Bart name was also said on the audio that we heard. So let's get into it.
So company will begin circulating online.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
Now, what was
So Bart was the one. Wait. Hold on, people. Hold on. What are you guys' explanation for the damn it Bart? Was this saying damn it Bart because Bart was the one that was screaming shut up? Or do you think damn it Bart was doing something they wanted him to stop doing? Was Bart the one screaming shut the F up? Or was Bart the one doing something they wanted to stop? Because they said, damn it, Bart. Let's hear it again. Damn it, Bart. Was Bart the one doing something they wanted to stop, or was Bart the one telling them to shut up?
Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Damn it, Bart.
Now, what will shock listeners from the recorded audio was the commotion taking place in the background as the boat's driver, identified as Wyatt Pyron, spoke with the operator of Seatow while allegedly struggling with the boat.
Bianca says Bart was doing something they wanted him to stop. That will fall in line with the theory. Again, theory, right? Because until we have all the information that apparently people like Tatum is hiding from us. Tatum says he has all this information that the police don't got yet, the mom don't got yet, Benjamin Crump don't got yet, because he want to save it for his YouTube channel, right? Like, he know names of drug dealers, names of people who got into fights with Nolan on the island. He's hiding everything because he wants to keep it for his YouTube channel. So until we know the full, we just got to explore different theories. So when they says, damn it, Bart, was they saying, damn, Bart, you ain't have to do him like this. You ain't have to knock him out like this. You ain't have to hurt him like this, Bart. Was that what they're saying? Oh my God, he's dead. Oh my God, he's dead. Nolan, oh my God, Nolan. Damn it, Bart. Was that the series? Do y'all believe that was the series of events? Now, we're going to explore this more, but just from the very beginning, I want to hear y'all theories first. I want to hear y'all theories, so I want to see how far y'all theory develop as we expound on this a little later in this video. So tell me y'all theory just from this 3 seconds, because as we talk about it, it's going to expound and, it's going to expand. Do y'all believe the theory is, oh my God, is he dead? He's dead. Oh my God, Nolan. Oh my God, no. Bart, damn, Bart, what did you do, Bart? Do y'all believe that that is the theory? Okay, got you. Okay, got you. Okay, got you. Okay, got you. The Hood Gamer says, yes, that's the theory, Flacco. Okay, got you. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Get It Roger says, that's it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's the theory. The Bull says 100% as soon as I heard it. Evolving Media says, yes, that's it. Okay. Gotcha. Dirtbag Groove says, okay, that's the theory. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Now let's get to it.
Along with others, we appear to hear the word dead be used, along with something that sounds like Nolan, followed by a cry out of, oh my God, by a female passenger. Then a male voice saying, wake the F up or shut the F up. And lastly, someone yelling out, damn it, Bart. Now, some have gone on to attempt to debunk a few of those claims being reported. So in this report, we will focus on the words that mainly everyone agrees to have heard, which is the woman yelling out, oh my God, and damn it, Bart. According to a recent interview by Warren Hudson, the self-proclaimed best friend of Nolan, and who was identified since the case's earliest reports, the leaked call would be made just as they were getting help to be told by their friend Bart Edmiston, which means that Damn It Bart was more than likely directed towards Edmiston, who happens to be a former student of Ocean Springs High School and a now collegiate athlete for the University of Wyoming as their starting punter. Now, upon research, it can even be confirmed that Bart and Wells were also former teammates, as seen here in this picture, shared on Ocean Spring High School's football Facebook page, and ironically what appeared to be a very wholesome moment of them next to each other, talking to elementary students, no longer reflects the status of where Edmiston and Wells have now ended up today.
Now here, Nolan was a freshman, I think. Yeah, Nolan was a freshman here. Bart, I think, was like a senior. Yeah, senior, because Bart right now is a senior in college. Bart's a senior in college.
With one being a victim of a mysterious death and another accused of being behind it. Now, for those who feel Edmiston should be in question, mainly comes from his aggressive tone when seemingly yelling out, shut the F up or wake the F up, before someone yells out, damn it, Bart, which for those who feel that the audio reveals a possibly dying Nolan was on one of the boats or near the boats, falls perfectly into the timeline after a female passenger would yell, oh my God, in horror as if she witnessed something gruesome. Suspicions for some about Bart also center around the lack of mention of him by anyone during this entire case, as if he was purposely being hidden. So who is Bart Edmiston Jr.? According to research, he is 21 years of age and looks to have left Ocean Springs High School soon after he and a younger Wells were teammates in 2022 to continue his football career. He is noted for being one of Mississippi's best high school punters, followed by several awards in his time in junior college, to just as recent as last October, as he would make the Ray Guy Award Raise 8 selection as one of the top 8 punters in the country with an average of 45.3 yards per punt. Back in 2022, Edmiston was named Athlete of the Week by Gulf Coast, Mississippi news outlet WXXV25.
My dad, which is also Bart Edmiston, I'm a junior, he kicked at the University of Florida, 1992-96. And then he's always wanted me to kick, and then I started it going into my 8th grade year. Last year I was the only kicker on the roster, so I had to do everything by myself, be my own ball boy, go fetch all my balls. But now, I have a little brother, he came up, he's in 10th grade, he's a kicker and punter also. But now I make him do all my duties for me. I'll make him go fetch the balls, he's my ball boy now. Kind of mean, but it's brotherly love. When I hit a good punt or a good field goal, I just chase that again.
Understand too, what we're dealing with here too. Bart, wait, didn't it say Bart father was in the NFL too? Didn't Bart father have a short stint in the NFL? Understand what we're dealing with here. Potentially, people, right? Potentially. Warren, the son of the judge. Bart, the son of a former NFL player who lives in a small town like Ocean Springs. He's a god in Ocean Springs. He's a god. A former NFL player in a small town like that is a god, okay? The other kid, I think Eli or Wyatt, their parents are doctors in that small town. The quote-unquote suspects in this situation is the son of a judge, the son of an NFL player, the son of a doctor, and the son of somebody, and I'm sure there's more people. Do you understand the mountains? If you're Nolan's poor mama, who's just a nurse, she's just which is why too though, I hate the fact that even people on our side will bring up, man, why is Benjamin Crump a part of this, Flacco? Do you understand the mountain that a nurse will have to climb to bring justice for her son if the suspects is the son of a judge, the son of an NFL player, the son of a doctor in a small town like Ocean Springs? Do you understand that without Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump, without those two, Nolan's mama would essentially damn near have no other option for justice. She would have no pathway for justice without Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump. It's really that simple. Oh my God.
Sources, Edmiston. Now, outside of this audio that has now placed Edmiston at the center of what happened to Wells, there already appears to have been a paper trail on him. As revealed by several sources, Edmiston met with the police and his boat's GPS data was also pulled. In a separate report, it goes on to say that Edmiston provided an investigator with his driver's license and boat registration card. Now, as we stated in our most recent report, we are certain that the FBI and investigators have the necessary tools to confirm what was said in the background during the emergency call to end all speculation. But until that happens, Edmiston now sits in the spotlight, as Wells' family and supporters continue to ask questions on how did a 6'1" athlete vanish amongst a crowd of hundreds of people and then be later washed ashore in the area he was last seen, with no witnesses coming forward when he was first reported to be missing. Now, as mentioned by state officials, the investigation on the mysterious death of Nolan Wells is ongoing, but it appears that the longer that they wait and bits of information comes out, only creates an environment for more speculation. As far as what should happen next, people like former Mississippi Judge Carlos Moore are expecting arrests to be made soon. On his Facebook, Moore would write, "We need some arrests this week." Now, across parts of social media, many would take to TikTok and elsewhere to share the reaction to the newly highlighted audio and their thoughts on what needs to happen.
The Nolan Wells case, I am convinced that he was strangled on that boat by
Is it
Bart.
just... All right, cool. they also touched on another. Okay, right here, this video
Report
right
live
here.
from Mavericks Club.
So there's another update. Now apparently Bart is responding. So let's see what Bart has to say, right? And then we will explore the theory because there's a picture that's apparently surfacing where they're claiming is Bart with Katie. They're claiming Katie and Bart has something going on. Officer Tatum, in a video that we, again, if you're watching from the clip channel, watch the last video, but the live streamers, they know what we're talking about. Officer Tatum said during his live stream that we covered that he got proof or evidence, or like he got told that Nolan Wells was intimate with a woman in the middle of the ocean. The only woman we've heard Nolan connected to was Katie. If people are claiming that Bart and Katie used to date, wouldn't that send Bart over the edge? Now, we're going to investigate that theory as well during this live stream. We're going to investigate it now, right? Because we're going to pull up that picture and we're going to confirm if that's actually Katie. Because if that's Katie in that picture with Bart, then we got some questions. We got a big problem going on right now. Straight up. All right?
I'm John Abba. The case of Nolan Wells looks to be one of the most interesting cases in recent years. A black teen in Mississippi goes missing after being left on an island by his friends, who happen to be a mainly all-white group, and is found washed ashore 2 days later. At the start of this case, local authorities to some spoke too soon by suggesting that no foul play appeared to be suspected, and then later reassured Wells' family and those interested in the case that it will be handled like any other case. Now, from our point of view, that could be the error, because Nolan Wells' mysterious death is not like any other case. On Tuesday, in the aftermath of a new piece of background audio being highlighted, a part of an emergency CTO call, many who not only fear what happened to Nolan could happen to them, and those who want answers would question and begin turning up the accusations against Nolan's friends who he traveled to Horn Island with. Now, in the audio release, interpreters would suggest that they heard things like, "Is he dead?" the name Nolan, "Wake up," and of course, one that has captured many people's attention, "Damn it, Bart."
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
Depending on how you interpret the audio, it can be heard as the final moments to a crime, where one of his friends yells at another friend for taking a life, while others suggest to cover it up. If you do interpret it this way, it could answer how Wells could just end up disappearing out of thin air.
Tatum did say that, that somebody's seen Nolan like getting busy with a girl. If that girl was Katie, and if Bart and Katie had something going on, bro, that's a crime of passion, right? Man, bro, you walk in, you right, on a strong collegiate, 6'2", 6'3", strong, powerful collegiate athlete, piping down your white girl in the middle of an ocean with everybody there to watch. Nah, bro, hey, man, bro, hey, bro, Bart couldn't take it, man. And obviously, I'm joking with the crime of passion, because there ain't no crime of passion, bro. This was premeditated. All right, if you waited to slime him out, this was premeditated. If you wait to slime him out, all right. It don't matter how hurt your feelings is, man. All right, that strong, powerful, black, immense, tall star athlete with nothing but stamina. If he was putting pipe. He was putting stiff pipe and strokes in your gorgeous white woman in the middle of an ocean. Hey, I'll be real, bruh. Nah, you can't admit. Hey, fans, listen, bro. Listen, man. We real niggas, bro. All right. Hey, listen, man. We real niggas at the end of the day, bro. All right, I'll be real. Hey, man. We real niggas at the end of the day, bro. That strong, powerful black man was putting pipe the most vicious of pipes in your white woman. I listen, man. I understand being angry. I could understand saying, "Hey, bro, you can't ride back with us." Ain't that right? Right. That would have been reasonable. Hey, bro, you can't get on my boat, bro. I'll see what you did to Katie, bro. That would have been reasonable, right? But you can't kill the brother now, man, cause the girl's going. Now I ain't saying Katie was going, cause I don't know if that was Katie, okay? Cause I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know if it was Katie, all right? I don't know. But if he was putting stiff pipe in her, man, you gotta let the brawl be. You gotta listen. In the words of Lil Wayne, man, hoes will be hoes, so I couldn't blame Katie. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know. Hey, we have no proof it was Katie. But Lil Wayne says, man, hey, man, hoes will be hoes, so I couldn't blame Katie. All right? You should have taken an L, man, and kept it pushing. All right? I'm sorry. Now, if you wanted to be a sucker, you want to be the king sucker. Now, king sucker is saying, hey, bro, you can't ride back on my boat because you pipe out the bed. Cool. Be a king sucker. Do that. But you can't kill the homie, bro. No. Hold on, bro. Yo, can you imagine the type of strokes that was taking place, bro? Yo, listen, can you imagine the type of strokes and the expressions on that white girl's face when Bart looked at her that made him go into this fit of rage if this is what happened? Nah, come on, son. Hey, yo, the facial expression. The right? With every ripple in the water, man. Now, bro, so cold, bro. Bro, strokes was matching the ripples in the water. Nah, hold on, bro. Hold on, son. Off the Henny and the Coke. Oh, nah. Bar was not prepared, dog. Bar was not prepared, bruh. Hold on, bruh. If the Henny and the Coke was going together, nah, son. Nah, Bart was not prepared for that, bruh. Bart eyes forsake them, man. Bart eyes forsake him. Nah, hold on, son. He was giving yo good white woman, the BBC is enough, okay? The BBC is enough. The BBC mixed with the Henny and Coke on the oceans. Oh, no. Listen, bro, the cold ocean breeze was the power up. The cold ocean breeze and the salt water had the BBC in Super Saiyan mode, man. I'm telling you real, right? The Henny was the God, man, high, man. The Coke was the ha me ha. God, man, ha me ha. The ocean breeze was the full Saiyan mode, bruh. Nah, Bart, nah, Bart, listen, Bart, I understand, Bart. If this is what happened, okay, you walked in on a good brother giving your good white woman that Henny and Coke pipe with strokes matching the ripples in the water. As the ripples was going like this, the strokes was going like, it was the stroke. You feel me? The strokes was matching the water. And that good white woman was losing her mind. She couldn't take it, right? She was trying to contain herself. And Bart walked in and said, hey, bro, nah, son, Bart, I understand why you may have been mad, but you can't kill the homie over that, man. You feel me? You got to charge it to the game if that's what happened, because I have no idea, Bart. I have no idea. But eyes 1300, I got you, okay? Let's get back on track, okay? Let's get back on track, because this is crazy.
Could just end up disappearing out of thin air. Now, a part of this interpretation, Wells' former teammate Bart Edmondson would be called out due to him seemingly being the person to angrily shout out, "Shut the F up," after panic would take over the boat, making it appear as if he had just finished doing something to Wells, in which you would also hear female passengers not being able to contain their emotions with what they were witnessing, as some are suggesting that they heard Nolan. On Wednesday, as more and more people accuse Edmiston as being a possible suspect, it appears that he and his family are now responding with their own attorney, conservative commentator Russ Latino, based in Mississippi. On Wednesday morning, Latino would announce that he is now joining the Edmiston family to clear Bart's name and go after anyone making defamatory statements. On Facebook, he would go on to write, "I have been retained by the family of Bart Edmiston to pursue people defaming him with wholly fabricated assertions."
Really? That's true. Bart, oh, okay. He did respond. Okay, cool. Before we get to this, because I know where he's getting. So before we get to Bart's response, because Bart did respond back, let's get to the video accusing Bart. Because here's the thing, man. Bart has NFL chances, right? Bart has NFL chances. Bart has hopes of going to the NFL. So Bart is saying, hey, bro, y'all not about to ruin my NFL chance, bro. Bart's a senior in college. So Bart's trying to sue. So before we get there, let's take a look at the actual accusation, okay? So here is the lady that made the accusation initially. All right? I think her name is Tisa Tells, they said. Okay, this is Tisa Tells. Now listen, I've heard the name Tisa Tells before. I just didn't know the face. But this is Tisa Tells, okay? Now, Tisa Tells is saying that Katie and Bart were apparently an item, and that Bart may have killed Nolan because of his relationship with Katie. So here's Tisa Tells. Let's get to it.
Breaking news in the Nolan Wells case, and I promise you haven't heard this anywhere else. Bart, Katie, Nolan, and Trayvon. Y'all, let's get into this because we think we cracked this case wide open, but it's not just us. It's what the internet sleuths have also pieced together. You guys, we have to get into this. We believe we have motive.
Hey, talk to us, Tisa, because Bart family's saying they got a lawsuit ready to go, man. Hold on, man. Listen, man, that NFL money is long. That NFL money, Tisa, is long. So talk to us. Let's see the proof, Tisa. Talk to us.
We believe we have location, and we believe we had what really happened. And we are going to use Warren and Trayvon's own interviews, along with some thought they were deleted Facebook posts, and get into this. And I think this is the real reason why they all deactivated their social media accounts, because they didn't want us to know the history. The history of what? The history that Katie was Bart's girl.
Oh.
Who was Bart?
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's zoom real quick. Because I do have facial recognition software as well, where I can find out exactly who this girl is. Is this Katie right here? Is this Katie right here? Because I know Katie's face, by the way, too. Is this Katie right here? I can't tell from this picture, but like there's a better picture out there, and we'll look at the better picture. But let's just hear Tisa Tells. Okay, so Tisa Tells saying this is Katie and this is Bart.
Bart is Bart Edmonton Jr. He is a promising NFL player. Well, he's a future NFL player.
Okay.
Comes from a legacy line of football players. His family, his grandfather, his dad are big dogs down in Ocean Springs. And what's more, Katie was Bart's girl, Bart Edmonton Jr., and it is unclear on whether she was still his girl. Now, let's not forget, let's put everything in order. Bart Edmonton Jr., when Warren was giving the interview, he kept saying, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. He only slipped up one time and said Bart's name. Now, the Marine Resource Division of Jackson County literally slipped up and gave out a freedom of information request. It actually gave us the audio, but what's more important, it gave the name of the person that reported Nolan missing to the Coast Guard. oddly enough, that person was not Warren, the person that claimed to call the postcard at 11:45 p.m. on July 4th. It was, in fact, Bart Edmonton Jr., who called, I believe they said it's at 10:05 a.m. on July 5th. Keep that in mind. Bart and Nolan were not long known to be close at all. But what's more, it seems like they had a woman in common. Now, we do know from the audio.
So Bart was the one who made the call at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because I think I heard from somebody else that there were theories out there that Bart was not actually there. But now Bart made the call. Now, I do know, by the way, one, that Bart was there, right? And even though there were people who was trying to, like, for some reason, like, say that Bart was not there, he was away in like Wyoming, but no, Bart was there. Like, Bart was present. Bart apparently gave his ID, right? Gave his GPS data over. So we know that for a fact. Now, Bart was the one who made the call the following morning. Now, I'll be real, the call the following morning to me is not as suspicious as the call an hour after Nolan was left on the island, right? Like, Warren and his friends giving a call like an hour or two later, like in full panic, thinking something happened to Nolan. Listen, if I leave my homie at the function, I'm not thinking like something has happened to like my homies 2 hours later. Now, a day later, cool. 2 hours later, if I'm in a full panic, probably suspect that I did something to the homie, because why would anybody suspect something is wrong with the homie that you left with a girl at the island 2 hours later, right? So the call at 10 a.m. to me is not as suspicious. But apparently Bart is more involved than we knew, because if Bart is making a call, that means at least Bart was attempting to be a part of the relocation effort of Nolan.
So Bart was in the comment sections. I have evidence, but let me just give you the preview. Bart was in comment sections on people on either Instagram or Facebook being like, I've been in Montana for a year. What are you talking about? Trying to act like he wasn't down there on July 4th.
That's where it came from. Remember? I just told y'all. I heard from some people that Bart was in Wyoming for like a year or so, which is what made it like kind of like suspicious. Bart was apparently there. Okay, now Bart, I'll be real. We got to talk about it now. Now, a man named Bart Edmondson, you got to put allegedly to his name, man. All right, a man named Bart Edmondson. That's a man with the top lawyer. You got to put some allegedly to his name. Bart, we got to be real now, Bart. Okay? Because if your name, because there's another piece of evidence that we're going to get to in this video where they looked at the call sheet for, I guess, like the report, right? Like they pulled up, I guess, like the call sheet of like the police report or like the Coast Guard report. And apparently Bart's name is on the report sheet as somebody who made a report about Nolan, allegedly. So Bart, if your name is on that report, but you're claiming you was in Wyoming, we got some questions for you, Bart. Now, your last name is Edmondson, so we got to put allegedly, all right? Allegedly, sir, it ain't looking good for you, sir. Allegedly, sir, it's looking pretty bad for you. If you was denying being on that boat, but there's evidence and proof you was on that boat, sir, you are now officially a murder suspect, allegedly, Bart. Right, because you can't play with somebody whose name is that distinguished. Right, they ain't playing. Right, they want to make it to that NFL, bruh. If that means going after anybody, they want to make it to the NFL. So if that means silencing the truth, they're gonna silence the truth. So allegedly, Bart, okay, allegedly, okay, but they say you was on Bart. They say you was on that boat.
Facebook's being like, I've been in Montana for a year. What are you talking about? Trying to act like he wasn't down there on July 4th. The whole story changed when the incident report came out. His name was on the incident report as the one that reported Nolan missing. And even though you have been, not Montana, even though you have been in Wyoming playing football, you came home for July 4 weekend. Now, let me get this, right? someone posted a picture of Katie and Bart. Now, they tried to delete this picture, but everything lasts forever on the internet. They look real comfy. They look really hugged up. It looks like Katie and Bart at one point had been sweethearts or at least more than friends. Now, Bart's been living and playing football in Wyoming. We know the lives of college football players, right? And what happens when they leave their hometown sweetheart? That does not mean that that hometown sweetheart is off limits when they go back home. Now, listen to this. All right, let's start with Trevon's interview, okay? Because everybody skipped over this, but this stuck in my mind. Let me give you my hypothesis. I believe that Nolan messed up being with Bart's sweetheart, whatever she is to him.
Okay.
Bart is big dog. He comes from a prestigious family. He's bound for the NFL. He's even sponsored by ESPN. He has big things in the future, which is why the town, I think, would collude for him. I think some type of fight or something happened where they tried to son Nolan. And, of course, we know what happened. But here is my proof. Just listen to me, okay? Listen to...
Talk to us, Caesar.
What Trevon got to say.
Mad. I was genuinely really mad. But the last time I saw Nolan, I was walking to the boat. This was before the fight. It's me and my old lady. We had just got out of a group of people. Nolan was walking towards Wyatt's boat. I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat.
Listen.
And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slick comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him, us joking around, and I kept going.
I made a slick comment about the girl that Nolan was with. What was that slick comment? Let's not forget Nolan was right next to the girl. Now, I know what you're saying. Who's the girl? Of course it's Katie. But if you don't want to believe me, let's listen to what Warren has to say.
And not even 10 minutes after that is when I got into a fight.
Wait, hold on, though. Yo, do y'all feel like the slick comment could be... Now, if we're following the theory here, could the slick comment be like you walking, right? Imagine you in, let's say, Tristan's position, okay? You walking like this, okay? You walking towards Nolan. You see Nolan is with this girl called Katie. Now, if Katie and Bart had history and Bart is a part of their friend group, you see Bart and you say, oh, a word Nolan, that's you, Nolan? What? Or what happened to Bart, right? Like, could a slick comment be like you walking, you see a girl that's with your homie Nolan, who's also has been with your homie Bart. Could that have been a slick comment? Could a slick comment have been a word? Oh, that's you. A word. A word, Nolan, that's you. Maybe. Again, everything is lining up, but it's all allegedly because that man's last name is Edmondson, right? And we don't got NFL money, okay? And this is Tisa Tell's story.
To this.
There getting towed out, and then where's Nolan in this situation?
Well, Nolan was, the last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock, and Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie, Katie. And Katie, Nolan was sitting there, and the last time I saw him, I looked at Nolan, and Nolan was like shaking his head laughing, and I was like, dude, you crazy. I was like just joking with him. And, but anyway, Nolan, that was the last time I laid.
Okay. Again, this is the second time they're saying, "Oh, you crazy? Oh, bro, oh, we." Now, again, though, it could very well be that situation where you see your homie with a girl and you start gassing. Oh, bro, that's you, bro. Okay, bro, I see you. It could have been a simple, okay, bro, I see you. But it could have also been word, bro, like, ain't that Bart, man? Wait. Bro, like, ain't that Barb girl? So again, it could have been 2 different things. The first option, okay, bro, I see you. That's harmless. The second option would tie into this motive if it's true, all right? Everything is allegedly, because this is not my story. I'm not breaking this, okay? I'm listening to Tisa Tell's break it down, all right? So I'm not putting my name to this.
And, but anyway, Nolan, that was the last time I laid eyes on him. But when we were leaving.
Now, why If Nolan is cradled, first of all, Trevon or Javon, whatever it is, his name, he walked up to Nolan, dabbed him up, then said some slick shit to Nolan about Katie. Why Katie was sitting there. Could that slick shit have been, yo, that's Bart's girl. What are you doing? Let's not forget Bart is 200 pounds. He is big dog, and he is the hometown hero because everybody thinks that he's going to make NFL soon. He's also 21. He comes from a very powerful, prestigious family and a family that comes a history of football. So he goes up and he's like, and said some slick shit about Katie. Now, everybody knows Katie. So what slick shit are you saying? Then Warren says that he says Nolan, and and they both said the last time they saw him was around 3 o'clock. He looks at Nolan and shakes his head like, yo, you crazy. And Nolan shakes his head too. Why would you say, yo, you crazy, unless Nolan was pushing up on forbidden fruit? And even the way he was like, yo, he was cradling Katie as if somebody would have the nerve to be with Bart's hometown honey. Anyway, Bart, he's the confirmed name on the missing person Coast Guard report. Why would Bart, who's not that close with Nolan, make the missing person report? Meanwhile, why would Bart, who's not that close with Nolan, make the missing person report? Meanwhile, Warren is asleep to the point of showing that his dad had to wake him up to be like, yo, what's going on?
Well, to be fair, though, if the missing person report was made at 10 a.m., Warren was up by 10 a.m., right? Because Warren said he got up around 7 a.m. when his dad woke him up.
Also, he was mentioned in the Cito audio. We all heard him be like, damn it, Bart, stop. What was Bart doing on that boat when Bart had his own boat? Also, the cleaned up audio, you clearly hear Nolan's name too. The GPS location matched Fort Bayou residents on water with private deck access. So when they looked at GPS, when they get to the Port Bayou, that was Bart's family's house. They have a private deck right outside their house, and they have a pool in their house. And there was an attempt to conceal involvement by claiming to be in Wyoming for 1 year. Also, he came out the gate, I've been in Wyoming, until the audio placed him as being on the boat. But there's more, you guys. There's more. Hold on. This is Bart Edmonston. He's number 18 for Wyoming. I don't know. I think it's the Cowboys. They said before Wyoming, Bart Edmonston.
I don't need his stats. I need to know. All right, perfect. Somebody says, let's go to, okay.
Audio that came out. Someone mentioned him.
Let's go to Katie. Let's go to Katie. Find where she mentions Katie. All right, wait. Okay, cool. If she doesn't mention Katie, cool. I bet. So let's break it down, all right? So here's Katie. Now, here's the thing, okay? When I looked at the situation, when I looked at Katie, now let's break it down. Now let's go find Katie real quick, because I haven't looked too closely yet. I've only seen Katie's face. Okay, let me go Katie's right now. Let me go. Let's find Katie's face right now. Let's go. Let's find Katie. Kate. Let's go to Bart and Katie. Let's find a picture of Bart and Katie, and then we're gonna find the actual Katie. Okay, perfect. Cool. So this right here is Bart and Katie. So this is who Bart was with. This is Bart. Now they're saying this is allegedly Katie. They're saying this is allegedly Katie, and they're saying this is her. I'll be real with you guys. Now, the first picture I saw, I thought this was Katie. Looking at this is not Katie. This is not Katie, guys. This is not Katie. No. So why I say that's not Katie, and I'll show you guys why. I'm gonna show you guys why that's not Katie. So, again, we're not exonerating Bart, but that's not Katie. Again, people, trust me. Look, I'll prove it to listen. I'll prove it to you guys. Trust me. Watch this. I'll prove it to you guys. Trust me. Okay. Just wait real quick. I'll prove it to you guys. Trust me. Just let me cook. That's not Katie. Let me find Katie real quick. 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. That's not Katie. And you know why? Because this is, 1 second. That's not Katie because this is Katie right here. 1 second. We're going to find Katie for you guys. This is Katie. So Katie's name is Katie McCormick. Right? So Katie's name is Katie McCormick. This is Katie right here. And we know this is Katie because like Katie actually left a comment and under one of her friends' posts because when it first came out that that day was with Katie, one of the friends and made a post saying, "Yo, do not include my girl in this. Like Katie is good." And all the black friends for some reason was sticking up like for Katie. They really love Katie, like they're really and like on Katie's. They really love Katie for some reason. But one of the friends made a post, and we're gonna pull up that post shortly, where they're saying, yo, like Katie is good. And then Katie commented under that post. And we have it right now. Perfect. Let me go to the post real quick just to see. Okay, perfect. Yeah. This is Katie McCormick right here. This is who she is. All right. This is who Katie is. This is Katie. This is Katie. Okay. Now look. Now let's do a screenshot of Katie real quick. Okay, and let's pull it over here, and let's also bring who they're claiming is Katie. Look, this is Katie, people. This is Katie with her bare face, by the way. This is Katie with her bare face, people. This is not Katie, bro. Be real. This is Katie with her bare face. This is who they're saying is Katie. This is Katie. This is, again, let's also do another screenshot of who Katie is right here. Let's do a bare screenshot. All right. Again, we're going to save this. Let's save this real quick. Okay. Let's also screenshot this too. Let's screenshot this and let's also save this. This is Katie. Cool. Perfect. Now, let's go to who they're saying is Katie. Now, let's go to who they're saying is Katie. And I'm going to show you guys why that's not Katie from my perspective. Perfect. This is who they're saying is Katie. Okay. Let's bring up the 1 second. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry, bro. This is not okay. Perfect. So this right here is who they're saying is Katie. Okay, let's bring it back. I'm sorry, bro. This is not the same girl. This ain't the same girl, bro. All right? She has dimples too. This ain't the same girl, bro. Right? This ain't the same girl. Now I understand, okay? Again, we might say, hey, man, but hey, people, we gotta be real here. All right? We have to be real. Is not the same girl, bro. Now let's also bring. Okay, cool. Let's bring the other Katie picture. Let's bring the other Katie picture. Cool. Let's bring the other Katie picture right here. Now they're claiming they're claiming this picture was like 3 to 4 years ago, right? Cool. We'll find pictures of Katie from 4 years ago. Bro, this ain't the same girl, bro. I'm sorry. This is not the same girl, bro. This face and this face is not the same. This is not the same girl. This is not the same girl, bro. I'm sorry. Now listen, I understand when we have a theory, but we have to be careful. These people are trying to muddy up the water. I'm not saying Bart is innocent. Understand this, all right? Bart was allegedly on the boat. They were screaming Bart's name allegedly. This could very well be a motive. Bart could very well have had a thing with this Katie or wanted this Katie. But I'm here to tell you, this is not the same Katie. This picture they said was from 3 years ago, right? Cool. No. Yeah. This was from 2022. So that picture was from 2022. That was 4 years ago. Cool. Let's go to Katie's page and find pictures of Katie from 4 years ago so we can put this to rest, okay? Let's go to Katie's page and find pictures of Katie from 4 years ago, okay? This is 2020. Cool. This is 20. Okay, perfect. Cool. This is a picture of Katie from 4 years ago, people. This is a picture of Katie from 4 years ago. Is this the same girl? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. This is her from 4 years ago. Is not the same girl. Look at her. Look at Katie from, again, this is Katie from September of 2022. Look. September of 2022. This is not the same girl, people. This is a different girl. It's clearly not the same girl. Again, we can even zoom in on her face. Come on, let's go. Zoom in on her face. This is definitely a different girl. Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, Bart have put out a statement through his legal his legal representation. And the statement, Bart actually speaks on whether or not that's Katie. Let's go. Okay? So let's pull up right now. So this is the statement right here. I wonder if we could zoom in more. Okay, let's zoom in more. Perfect. Let's go real quick. Let's zoom in more. Perfect. Let's zoom in more on this. Cool. Okay, let's zoom in. So cool. Okay, so Bart and them put out a statement with their lawyer. Hey, people, listen, okay? Listen. My goal is to present true information. I'm not gonna, right? Like, I'm not gonna look at a girl and say, you feel me? Now, again, we can also, okay, cool. So people say, ask AI. Okay, bet, we'll ask AI, okay? We'll ask AI if that's the same girl. We'll do that after reading this, okay? So Russell Latino says, now this is, Bart's legal representation. This is who is representing Bart. So Russell Latino says, there is a picture circulating of Bart Edmondson. Let's put this over here. Sorry. Right? Okay, so he says, there is a picture circulating this morning of Bart Edmondson Jr. from high school with a young woman. Bart is now 21 and in college. In other words, the picture is old. People are certain that the young woman in the picture is someone named Katie McCormick, that Bart had an intimate relationship with Miss McCormick, and that he killed Nolan Wells because Nolan was speaking to her. The person in the circulating photograph with a much younger Bart is not Katie McCormick. We can say that definitively, not because Bart is in a relationship with Katie, but because Bart knows exactly who the person photographed is, so too would anyone who attended high school with them. Out of respect for her privacy, we are not going to identify her by name. Bart is not now, nor has he ever been in a relationship with Katie McCormick. He did not know who she was before the tragedy occurred. Let me be abundantly clear. Bart Edmondson Jr., or Ed Miston, did not kill or in any way contribute to the tragic death of Nolan Wells. He had no motive to do so. All he did was help a boat that was in distress. He was fully and freely cooperated with authorities, sharing every bit of information he knows, providing access to his boat, his GPS, and his phone, and sharing witness lists with investigators. He has done all of this without criminal counsel, though most criminal attorneys would advise against that, without hesitation and without requiring any warrant. That he has been publicly quiet is a byproduct. I'll be real, bruh. I'm not hearing none of that other stuff, by the way, right? Like all that Bart's innocent, but listen, man, all right, listen. Cooperating or talking too much is something, that criminals have been doing since the age of time. I'm not saying Bart's guilty. I have no proof Bart is guilty. All right, but I'm not ruling out Bart as a suspect. I'm not ruling out what I heard on that audio. Damn it, Bart. I'm not ruling that out now. Now, what I will tell you is it Katie? I don't think it's Katie. Right? Yo. Oh, damn. I bet. Cool. Right? So yeah. So again, I'm not ruling out Bart as a suspect. Bro, your name is on that audio and you got to deal with that. You got to deal with your name being on that audio. We cannot explain that. Now, until we get the day we get the criminal, the actual suspect, the person who murdered Nolan, that's the day we would exonerate you guys. Until then, we cannot exonerate you guys. I'm sorry. We just can't. I'm sorry. We would not exonerate you guys until we get the person who murdered Nolan, or until y'all start talking. But I can say that's not Katie. Now, y'all want me to ask AI. Cool. Let's ask AI. Okay, let's ask Gemini. Let me find, 1 second, man. Let's find the pictures real quick. Let's ask AI. Let's do it. Let's ask AI. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's ask AI. 1 second, man. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Let's save this picture of Katie. And then we'll also ask AI right now. My thing with AI, man, is this. Cool. Let's ask AI. Let's go real quick. Now, this is the moment of truth, okay? This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth, people. Are y'all excited, man? What y'all think, man? Hey, listen, yo. I want to poll in the chat real quick. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll in the chat real quick, okay? Let's do a poll in the chat real quick on who think on who thinks it's Katie. 1 second. Let's do a poll. Who thinks it's Katie? I'm about to do a poll as we pull up this AI tool. Who thinks it's Katie? Because I'll be real, I don't think it's Katie. Let's see, man. Is that Katie in the picture with Bart? I want y'all to vote as we pull up the AI tool. Is that Katie? Y'all vote on the poll, right? Like y'all vote and like on the poll. Let's see real quick. Is that Katie? Yo, 59% says no. Okay, cool. Let's pull up the Gemini real quick and let's do what we came here to do, okay? Let's upload the files. Let's upload both files. Cool. Let's use Gemini right now. Cool. Okay. Let's go. Okay, cool. So this is Gemini right here, okay? This is it. The 2 pictures is uploaded, people, right? Now, I'm gonna let you guys tell me what should I put as the prompt so everybody is satisfied with the results. So it's all fair. Because when I did the Charlamagne the God and academics prompt, y'all said I was unfair. What should the prompt be? Based on your expertise, is this the same girl in both pictures? The picture on the left is 4 years. It's 4 years old, right? It's 4 years old. Now, also too, we could also do an AI test of the picture of Katie from 4 years ago. We'll do that too. The picture of Katie from 4 years ago, we'll also do that too. Let's run it. Let's run the software. Let's run it. Come on. Is that the same person? Accessing the images. Come on, AI is doing its job right now. Come on. In fact, hey, let's make it smaller. Let's make it smaller. Come on, let's make it smaller. Okay, come on. Let's make it small. So AI apparently. Let's make it smaller. Let's make it smaller. Let's make it smaller. Okay, cool. So, okay, let's go. What are the AI results? Based on a visual comparison of the 2 images, it is highly unlikely that they are the same person, even accounting for a 4-year gap. There are significant differences in their core facial structures. Here is a breakdown of the differences between the girls, okay? The facial shape. The girl in the older photo has a slightly narrower face with more defined angular jawline. The girl in the beach has a distinctly rounder face shape. Nose. This is one of the most prominent differences. The girl on the left has a wider nose bridge, whereas the girl on the right has a narrower bridge with a different tip structure. Smile and teeth. The shape of their smiles and how their cheeks rest when smiling appears structurally different, okay? The girl on the right has a large, prominent floral tattoo covering her right shoulder and upper arm, as well as a visible tattoo on her left rib cage. While it is entirely possible to get these tattoos on a 4-year period, the bare right arm in the older photo serve as a distinct point of contrast. The hair. The girl on the left has brown hair, while the girl on the right is blonde. While hair can easily be dyed and styled differently over 4 years, it adds to the overall lack of similarity, all right? While people certainly change as they age, the underlying bone structure of the face, like the nose and jawline. But here's the thing, again, somebody says she got slightly, no, bro. Again, if you look at the old pictures, She was actually bigger in 2022. She was actually bigger in 2022. Okay? Now, let's go to the polling real quick. The polling goes 55% says no, 45% says yes. Okay. Okay. Hey, folks, listen, man, folks. Hey, until we get more info, we have to end the poll and go with that's not Katie, but that does not exonerate Bart. Bart is still a suspect according to us because Bart's name was said on the audio, but that does not mean, that Bart's motive was Katie, right? Or Bart's motive could still be Katie, but we don't know if that's Katie in that picture, okay? Now, let's get to this other stuff I wanted to touch on. The other stuff I wanted to touch on, okay, was Willie D saying, right here, that apparently, all right, that apparently, here, let me find it for you guys. 1 second. Let me find it for you guys. Willie D was saying that the tip hotline number actually goes to Ashley Cole, which is Warren's BM. Let's go real quick. Where's the Willie D's video real quick? Wait, why can't I find Willie D? Okay, yeah, right here. Right, so this is it right here. This is everything. Now, this will be, if you're watching the clip channel, this will be in another video, okay? This will be in another video. So click on that video. Well, what the hell? Perfect. So let's go. Okay, so perfect. So let's pull up the Willie D clip real quick. Okay. So Willie D apparently found that the tip hotline to bring in Nolan Wells' information was actually Ashley Cole's number, which is the judge, and also to the mother of Warren. People are really upset because they feel like, why would the tip hotline go to the mother of one of the suspects? Because, the mother has an invested interest to obviously make sure that her son doesn't go to jail. So if a tip, let's just say like a good tip comes in, right? A good tip comes in. If a good tip comes in, the mom would probably want to investigate that tip because she don't want her son to go to jail, right? Especially if a tip that could implicate the son. So here is Willie D breaking down how this is possible.
Fam, it can't be. Let's dig a little further here, fam, because there's got to be a reasonable explanation for this, right? It has to be. I just dialed the number, and this is the same number that is listed. Okay, just to show you proof. This is Judge Ashley Cole, P.O. Box 998. Pascagoula 39568, and the phone number I just dialed was 228-769-3036. That is Judge Ashley Cole's phone number. So how is that the tip line? I mean, something has got to be off. Let me dig a little further here.
This is if this is true, this is one of the biggest fumbles and miscarriages of justice I've ever seen. And here's why. Can you imagine how many tips we haven't heard yet? Can you imagine how many tips we have not heard yet, if that's true? If tips was coming into that tip hotline. Now, how the tips work, they call in, they leave a voice note, right? or they call in and they speak to somebody, how easy would it be to just delete, sorry, voice note gone? Yo, imagine somebody calling in and leaving a tip. Hey, look, I seen Warren getting into a fight, but the fight was actually with Nolan. Imagine if that was one of the tips. What do you guys think the odds are? What do you guys think the odds are and the chances are that Warren's mama will hear a tip like that and say, you know what? Yeah, let me give this tip to Benjamin Crump. Let me give this tip to Benjamin Crump. Let me give this tip to the police. And the tip is of my son. Clearly, obviously, in my opinion, she wouldn't do that. Because I don't think no mama would do that. No mama would do that. So to give her access to a tip line where potential tips could be coming in, it's just, who idea was this? I want to know who idea was this? Was this the police idea? Was this the police idea? Was this the idea? Was this the Was this the police idea? Was this the idea of Benjamin Crump? And no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think this was, again, from like my perspective, bro, I don't think this was the idea of Nolan Wall parents. I just don't. I don't think Nolan Wall parents was notified and put in the know that the person who's going to be receiving tips would be the parents of one of the kids that could be involved, one of the suspects.
I definitely don't think so neither. Why the freak would that be like for real?
Absurd. That's literally absurd. Who would agree to this? How is this possible?
Ashley Cole's phone number. So how is that the tip line? I mean, something has got to be off. Let me dig a little further here. So what is that, fam? That looks like the same number as the sheriff's department. Is there some type of mix-up? Maybe there's a mix-up. It's got to be a mix-up, fam, because ain't no way these people are that bold. It's the same number as the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, 228-769-3036. 228-769-3036 is the same number as Ashley Cole's. Well, maybe there's some type mix-up, fam, because I dialed 228-769-3036 and got the sheriff's number.
Now, he does go through the entire thing. Just know he does call, and they do confirm that it's the number. This is why Benjamin Crump did not have any faith in this quote-unquote independent investigation. Sorry, no. Any faith in the original investigation. He had to call for an independent investigation. This is why he didn't have any faith. Because listen, the independent investigation is being done by Benjamin Crump and his team, and they brought in a team of private investigators. If the original investigation, because they called Benjamin Crump calling for an independent investigation, Benjamin Crump expressing his suspicion and distrust for Ocean Springs sheriffs, they call that race hustling. They call that grifting. They call that somebody who was trying to manipulate the public. After this information, I don't care what gets brought up by the quote-unquote original investigation, which is the sheriffs. The sheriffs who told Nolan Wall's parents they can't provide them information because it's an active and ongoing investigation. The sheriffs told TMZ, We got evidence that 2 people seen Nolan Wells on an island after 4:30. Why are you guys, quote unquote, leaking information to TMZ that y'all won't tell the parents? That makes sense to y'all? Clearly not. After this development, bro, I don't trust the goddamn thing that comes from Ocean Springs. If it doesn't come from the independent investigation, I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trusting nothing that doesn't come from the independent investigation. I'm straight. I'm good, bro. This is a tragedy. Who will co-sign this idea? Who is going to Ashley Cole's office? This is just, this is disgusting and embarrassing. This is some nasty work, bro. This is some nasty work, man. This is some nasty work, bro. Somebody says facts. Man, oh my God, man. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Man. This is crazy, man. My God. Here, bro. Yo, we've been dissecting, bro. We're like what? We're like 2 hours in, or 2 hours ahead. Yo, have y'all been tapped in with the boy? Bro, I'm cooking up a Christian Rock video today. But let's get to this though. Another murder that was very sketchy. Okay. Candace Owens. Okay, we got to review Candace Owens footage, right, of the Charlie Kirk situation. Okay, so let's go. So, let's go, man. So that's our Nolan update of the day. All right. We'll be doing another update probably to like tonight or tomorrow. But let's get to it though. All right. So Candace Owens is claiming that she has information, video, and evidence that's going to exonerate Tyler Robinson, who is currently on trial for Charlie Kirk's murder.
Okay, chat. GS3 Media TV. You can like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna keep up vibes, bud. And you know the slogan. At the end of the day gotta end, mud. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for my new subscribers. Make sure you guys comment under this video and the rest of my videos that you watch. Make sure you guys like the video. It don't cost you nothing to press that button, mud. GS3, the Don, and you know what's going on.